Good morning, everybody. It is time for the midweek talk. So this talk, it's going to be a little different approach. It's going to be more geared towards training, which most of us all love, rather than, motivation, advice, all that kind of good stuff, which, there's some in there as well. But today the topic is going to be progressive overload. So, now, pretty much progressive overload is the way I think everybody should be training. I think progressive overload is, for me, I'm a volume trainer, so I do a lot of sets. I keep the reps moderate, higher on like an arm day, just because I want to pump as much blood into them as possible, and I feel like my arms respond better to more high rep range. But I like to stick normally between that 8 to 12 rep range. Sometimes I'll go 10 to 15, usually like when I'm close to a show or in prep, I'll do like close to 10 to 15 reps per set, and just go all out intense. I'll do some intensifiers towards like the end of the workout, ec one in the beginning. Like for example, when I start with chest, and I always start with chest fly, pec deck machine particularly, and I'll go 3 sets all the way to a top set, and then I'll go into a drop set. So I'll do 3 drops, and that'll just pump the living bejeebus out of my chest, and then I'm on to my compound movements, which now I'm in the 8 to 12 rep range. So whether that's incline dumbbell, incline barbell, incline Smith machine, or even like a good machine press, I'll do around 8 to 12 reps. And normally if I get 12 reps, I'll go up and weight a little bit, and I'll just keep going. I'm satisfied on my top set when I get at least 8 reps. I'll take 10 too, that's fine. Normally what I'll do if I overshoot and go too heavy, and let's say I get like 6 or 7 reps, I'll do a rest pause set, which I'll rest for about 20 seconds, get back in it, and then get as many reps as I can with the same weight. That's what a rest pause set is. So those are, I think, extremely beneficial. Or you could do a drop set from there. But I think for a heavy compound movement, rest pauses are pretty good, in my opinion. I think they're better than a drop set in that sense. Drop sets I'll normally do for more isolation movements, like a fly, or for back, like a cable pullover. Rear delts, you can do drop sets with those. So, on your heavy compound movements, your main muscle movements, you want to get as much weight as you can for as many reps as you can. And that's training as intense as you can go. It's all about intensity, guys. If you're not training intensely and you're just going through the motions and you're just, in there to get like a pump and, whatever it may be, you're not going to see much improvements, to be, completely honest with you. To improve, you have to train intense, you have to train hard. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel pain, but this is what we love, right? Most of us, most of the people that follow me and follow my journey, or even people that just want to learn and want to step into this world. I'm more than happy to show you my way. I don't want to say the right way, because there's so many ways. I'm not that guy that's saying it's my way or the highway. Like they say, there's so many ways to skin a cat. So by no means am I saying, is this the best way or the best method? But progressive overload, I've been training that way pretty much ever since I started transitioning into more bodybuilding type workouts. Because I don't know if I told you guys before, but I never started with bodybuilding. I was always an athlete. I played sports growing up. Trained with the football team. I mean, it was just squat, bench, deadlift, and the rest was just accessory work, they called it, So I really didn't know much about bodybuilding and how to isolate muscles and target certain muscle groups that you train. It was just point A to B movements, and then I power lifted for a little bit. And then as I saw my physique develop, I transitioned into bodybuilding, and this is what I love now. So, yeah, I mean, progressive overload is just, in my opinion, the best way to go about your training, off season and in prep, because you make no mistake, guys, you guys can still grow in prep, early in prep, midway, and maybe, if you're a great responder, you can grow late in prep too, those final weeks. So you never know. That's why I always say you have to keep that intensity all the way up to show day or end of off season, whatever phase you're in. Keep that intensity, keep that excitement, being there, want to feel that pain, embrace that pain, love that pain. I love it. When I'm training a certain muscle group, guys, and I feel it activating and I feel it working, there's no better feeling than that for me, because it's like I know I'm doing it right for me. Whatever exercise or machine or movement that I'm doing, and I'm feeling it in that muscle that I'm training, it's the best. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much progressive overload, in my opinion, and I think it's great. I think it's the best, and if you haven't tried it, give it a try. See how it is, try different things, won't hurt you. So let me know how it goes, and keep me posted. So that is the end of this week's midweek talk. I'll catch you guys. See ya. Thanks.